It's Sarah Clark of Create Move Pilates, and I'm coming at you live today because it's Thursday, which means it's our community chat. This is a new series that I'm starting that's going to be going on every single Thursday, unless life gets in the way. Usually in the evenings, but I'm not really committing myself to a time, but I will always let you know I will try my best to let you know at least an hour in advance so that you can come on and join me live and we can chat. I'm hoping that over time these will start to feel more like a party and I will get to answer a lot of your questions. You can see my little setup down here. So today I'm going to start by answering a question from Lori Strong, who's been practicing Pilates for a while and is enjoying not having any back pain anymore. And then I'm going to go into how often I should be doing Pilates. But first I want to give people a little bit of a time to arrive, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about Create Move Pilates, what's been going on there, and just what's been going on in this lovely Pilates world in general. So Create Move Pilates, basically just been focusing on getting a lot of videos out for you. Please, if you ever have a video that you specifically want, just let me know. I'd love to give you something. I'm working on a Pilates high scissors, I believe. Oh, bicycle. High bicycle for somebody that requested on YouTube. That's going to be coming in soon, I hope. I have a bunch of videos on backlog now going to be coming out, lots of stuff for the upper shoulders and everything, and I'm just really excited about it. I've been really enjoying watching the community grow, watching people join me in the online studio, and really starting some great conversations with a lot of you. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into our questions now today. Like I said, I have a question from Lori Strong, and I'd love to have more questions from you. Just at any point, just pop them in the comments below. But Lori Strong says, I'm going to read off my little cheat sheet. Now that I've been doing Pilates for a while, I noticed I don't have any back or hip pain anymore. Yay, Lori! That's so awesome. What are the best things I can do to maintain this? Well, for starters, this is going to sound like a little tongue-in-cheek, but keep going. That is... If you were experiencing back pain, you've been doing your Pilates practice, I know you no longer have any back pain, the number one thing you should be doing is keep doing your Pilates practice. Because I know that it can be easy to kind of forget about your daily practice once that pain goes away, and then it will come back eventually because of the habits and our poor postures and just our chronic, so if you've been experiencing chronic low back pain, like 80% of America, then it will come back if you don't have your Pilates practice and you're not doing it daily, or as really daily. Some more solid things that you can be doing. You want to be stretching the low back. So a lot of times your low back gets tight because the lowest curve in the back gets over exaggerated, and then the low back, the vertebra down there and all the muscles get tight, so you want to stretch that out. That will also help with lots of sciatic pain, especially or piriformis syndrome, anything where there's tightness of the low back, because a lot of times sciatic pain is the muscles around the sciatic nerve getting tight and pressing on that muscle, and so you really just want to have gentle stretches to kind of loosen up the low back. I have several stretches that you could do on my YouTube channel. The one I recommend the most, though, it would be pelvic tilts and bridges. You also want to make sure that you're stretching your legs often, if not by doing a hamstring stretch from standing and touching your toes, but by lying on your back and using a rope or something to lift your leg up into the air and stretch your hamstring that way, or maybe flinging your leg up on the back of your couch, on your bed, and stretching your hamstring that way. If you do have a tight low back, it can actually cause you more pain if you try to stretch your back from a standing position and roll down to touch your toes, because when you roll back up, if you don't have the core strength from the front, which could be part of the reason that you are experiencing low back pain in the first place. You will be using the low back to curl you up, and that will actually tighten those muscles up. So you want to make sure that you're stretching the low back gently and in a position that doesn't also work the low back. So bridges are great. And so is spine stretch forward. That's one of my favorites. You can also find that on my YouTube channel. And then after you've stretched, you want to strengthen that area. And this is one of the reasons that Pilates is really helpful for low back pain, and why doctors even recommend, some doctors recommend Pilates for low back pain, is because if you work your spine from a neutral position in a gentle way, you work your core, which includes muscles along your spine, you will have a stronger back front connection, and your low back won't hurt as much because it won't be supporting you as much. This is particularly true if you're holding like a little extra weight, because that extra weight we carry in the front can pull our low back forward, and then that just creates lots of pain in the low back. And if you experience pain after standing for long periods of times, you really want to make sure that you're using the core and keeping the spine in a neutral position while you're standing. So some videos that I have, some single exercise videos that are going to be really, really great for this is sideline leg series, the clam. You can find these videos on YouTube again. So sideline leg series, clam, that's really, really great for strengthening the hips, which support the low back, and also because you're keeping the spine stable in your sideline position, you're not allowing your pelvis to wiggle around, you will be strengthening that front back connection that I was talking about. Also, double straight leg stretch, which is, I would say, kind of more intermediate exercise. So if you've been doing this for a while and you want to keep doing it, double leg stretch would be a great one. It's also on the YouTube channel. I believe there's also a video that I posted recently called Testing Your Neutral for Happy Hips. That would be a great one for you to do. If you're really trying to maintain that strength and keep yourself out of low back pain. And then if you're a beginner, although Lori told me she was not a beginner, but if you were a beginner, you would want to start really simply by learning how to call into your low core and back muscles, and using simple movements like marching. And I talk a lot about this connection and marching in my series, my course called Pilates Essentials. It's $37, and you can find that on my website, createmepilates.com, and that has a lot of information and a lot of exercises and a basic workout all about low back pain. So I highly recommend that. All right, so I hopefully answered your question. If I didn't, please let me know in the comments below. And I will be leaving links to those videos that I just talked about in the comments below, so that if you're feeling a little like you don't want to go into the Google search and search for the Create Move Pilates YouTube channel, I'll just have those links right down there. And then the other question that I got, and actually this is a question that I get from my clients all the time. So right when we're done with our first introduction session, they ask me how often they should be doing Pilates. And here's the thing. You should be doing Pilates every single day. Now, does this mean that you need to go to class, work out for an hour, and sweat super hard so you're all gross and your hair looks weird? No, it does not. Pilates is a practice that should be just part of your natural daily movement practice. And so it doesn't, if it becomes this thing that you can only do if you go to class, if you sweat really hard, blah, 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 that puts restrictions on your practice. So I say your practice should be happening every single day for 15 to 30 minutes with 2 to 3, maybe only one, you know, life gets busy, but 2 to 3 hour-long workouts throughout the week. So I think that this is really the best way to not only learn the Pilates, but to have the Pilates practice integrated into your life, to experience that when you get out of your general patterns, the pain goes away and it will stay away if you just do, your simple movements. Like I was talking about, if you're suffering low back pain, every single day you want to be doing those exercises that I talked about to support and strengthen the low back. You don't want to just do it once and then never do it again, because that's not how we progress or grow in anything. So now you could kind of swing in the other direction and be like, oh, well, I, should be doing Pilates every single day, but I missed Wednesday and Thursday, so therefore I suck at my Pilates practice and I'm never doing it again because I can't possibly do it every single day. That is a perfectionist thinking in your mind. So you need to ditch your perfectionist thinking and go to a place where it's like, this is a practice. And that word practice is important because not only are you practicing the movements, but you're practicing creating a lifetime habit of healthy movement. And when you're practicing, you're allowed to make mistakes, okay? So when you make a mistake, you acknowledge it. Maybe you learn from it. Maybe there's a little nugget of a lesson held in that mistake. And then you just move on. You move on and you start a new day and you just get back up on your horse and you keep doing your Pilates practice. I personally keep a tracker of my Pilates practice, not so that I can be like, berate myself when I don't do it, but so that I realize that if I create a cycle where, say, every single Sunday I'm missing my practice, I can kind of figure that out and kind of analyze that and maybe figure out maybe Sundays just aren't the right day for me. Maybe I just need to cut myself a little slack, or maybe there's a little tiny change that I can make so I can get my practice in. So, answer to the question, how often should I be doing Pilates? Every damn day, okay? But don't get down on yourself if you can't. This is life, and life is a practice. All right, I see that we have a lovely viewer, and if you'd like to ask a question, now's your time, because I'm about to say goodbye and join my family for a little sunset viewing on my porch, which I'm very excited about. So let me know. Oh, I guess there was no question. Thank you so much today for coming by today. I'm going to be doing this again next Thursday. If you would like to have me answer any question next week, leave it in the comments below. Leave it on the wall here. Leave it in the Create Move Pilates virtual studio. Message me. Email me at sarahclark@createmovepilates.com. Oh! And I wanted to tell you, the best way to make sure that you're doing that practice every day is to sign up and get the Create Move Pilates practice calendar, which gives you a 10 to 30 minute practice that you can do every single day to make sure that you keep your body moving and feeling good, and that you are using your practice daily. So you can find that also at createmovepilates.com, where there's a contact form and you can ask me more questions if you'd like. All right, so I will see you guys same time, well, maybe not the same time, but the same day, the same place next week. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a lovely day or evening or whenever you get to watch this, and I will see you around again soon.